Merhaba arkadaşlar, hoş geldiniz. Bugün sizlerle birlikte 7. bölümdeyiz arkadaşlar. 7 bölüm oldu. Hogwarts'ta 7 bölümdür geziniyoruz, savaşıyoruz, müzik dinliyoruz. Çok iyi oyun abi ya. Verdiğim en iyi paralardan bir tanesi diyebilirim Hogwarts için. Hemen görevimize gidelim. Kimle buluşacağız? Ne dersi var? Ders mi o? Bir dakika. Evet. Herbology. Biyoloji. Değil, herboloji. Herboloji ne? Biyoloji miydi? Yok, biyoloji olsa biyoloji yazar, gerizekalı. Herboloji bitki dersi miydi ya bu? Neyse. Çok fazla cahilliğimi ortaya çıkarmadan hemen şöyle gideyim.
Revelio.
Ben. O aynaları hala da kullanamıyorum ha. Botanik dersi işte ya. Değil mi abi? Ben mi yanlış söylüyorum? Bak yakalarım oğlum. Böyle bir yere ilk defa geldim ya. Aha.
Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, rip the mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Ha, bağıran şeylerdi bunlar değil mi? O yüzden.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm,
Reparo
dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo.
Hemen reparo. İç tamirci ustaları aç geziyor. Aç.
Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
Ha, arı var arkada.
Now for our next task, we'll be planting Dittany at our potting tables.
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Çok basit babacım yani. Aldık kaldırdık yani.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting Dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the
benziyor
other
abi bu.
greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Isırabilirmiş.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these
Nice to meet
steps.
you.
Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself.
Bir dakika arkadaşlar.
mean-
Evet, kaldığımız yerden devam edebiliriz arkadaşlar. Hadi gel bakalım.
Here we are. Home of the Chinese... Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
I'm sorry. What do I need to do?
Garlic said she wanted you to have a go at tending the cabbages. Give them some time to chomp and whatnot. Nothing to it, really. Just
Taban mı
toss
basayım
some of
ben?
those Chinese chomping cabbages out. You'll see fairly quickly why we call them that.
Babacım.
Look at that.
Ha,
That's
tava yavaş.
anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters.
Incendio!
Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots.
9 level
Cost me my
arkadaş.
damned hearing.
Nereye gideceğiz, hemen gidelim. Burada yok. World map. Şey de satsaydım azıcık keşke ya.
Revelio.
Burada bir sandık var
This
ama.
cannot possibly be as difficult as it seems.
Hop hop.
I don't find a way to
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Hmm. Buradan geri çıkabilir miyim bilmiyorum ama iniyoruz aşağıda bakalım. Nereden gideceğim buraya? Var ya 2 adım hızlı geleceğiz diye yaptığımız şu dalalelere bak ya.
Accio. Incendio.
Ha, kaldırma büyüm yok ki.
Levioso.
Tamam anladım ama. Anladım onun ne olduğunu ama şu an yapamam. Bana.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll. And Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
You can't imagine.
Revelio.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
They must have come this way. Think!
Ne oluyor lan burada?
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a dox's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Levioso! Accio! Levioso! Accio!
You've dodged an attack.
Siz kimsiniz ya?
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Bu ne ya?
Stop right
Potato!
there! All right, we can hold them off.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You haven't enough.
You'll take this tiger over my dead body!
Levioso!
That's the best you can do.
Accio! Levioso!
Novice luck.
Reducto!
Potato!
Cowards!
Oo.
Child!
Levioso! Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
Potato! That's just Reducto! Did I hurt you?
Levioso!
Head in the clouds, this one!
You're going to regret that.
Potato!
You think I'm impressed?
Accio!
Didn't take long. Aha! Back for more. You can't hold up.
Tava dönüştürdüm kadını.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in
Wife,
Merlin.
man.
Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
Biraz değişik ama hadi
I can
bakalım.
see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Çadırda. Hemen tamam.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Ha bende varmış
Lovely.
bunların.
Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Nereye gideceğim?
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Merlin's beard! How beautiful! What a day! I can
Ha,
hardly
iki
believe
taneymiş
it.
böyle. İki taneymiş lan böyle şey.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Anladım.
And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Şimdi ben bir Hogsmeade'e gideyim de. Oo çok iyi lan. Çok iyi yerler var. Sadece o sana ibaret değil yani. Forbidden Forest. Orası Hogsmeade. Şuraya bir ışınlanayım ben de. Çık çık çık satacaklarım var abi. Envanter dolmuş. Eldivenlerim var. Şeylerim var. Tercih neredeydi ya?
Revelio.
Şurada bir yerde sandık var ama. Ha şu. Neyse. Aha.
Accio.
Şey neredeydi? Ha dükkan burada.
Hello there. Please, come in. Let me know if you need help finding anything.
Saat.
If I haven't said it before, it's a pleasure doing business with you.
Saat bunu da kullanmam. Saat. Saat. Saat. Saat. Saat. Saat. Bunu satma. Saat. Saat. Tamam.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Allah, yanlış sattım onu. Ha.
My, what a striking face. You'll make quite the portrait one day. I wouldn't want to.
Hemen kapı çaldı arkadaşlar. Evet arkadaşlar geldim hemen tekrardan. Potion Class'a gideceğiz. Akşam 1 saati derse mi gider arkadaş?
Shouldn't there be Aurors or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients.
Tamam. Ha tam tersiymiş. Tamam.
Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions.
Poof.
One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Puf. Piç piç. Hadi git bir tane daha duble. Hadi dök dök dök dök. Yarasın. Karıştır. Puding yapar gibi kardeşim. Hadi bakayım.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir.
Ay, jumper ettik.
Not an easy potion to brew. Well done.
Thank
And
you.
from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, You'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
Don't fret if you run out of ingredients. I simply grow most of what I need.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I don't know, Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Sharp won't even miss it.
I've enough to worry about collecting the ingredients he wants me to get. I'm afraid I can't help you.
I understand. I'll sort something else out.
A well-prepared with...
Adam fazla çalmayı biliyoruz ama ha.
Revelio.
Ben burada yukarı gelin.
Remember, precision is key. Should you chop the Dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
Can on numara ya. Buna çok ihtiyacım var. Edurus potion.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah! Dragon dung! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
I brewed an Edurus potion as you asked, Professor.
Glad you managed to stay on task. Not every class is so eventful. I saw Mr. Weasley speaking with you earlier. He can be quite persuasive. Glad you managed to resist. You've done well today. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. And you can keep that Fwooper feather. This time. That'll be all.
Revelio.
I think each of us has had one day. Class is dismissed.
Buradan artık yapabilirim.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, you're the new student. I've heard much about you. Thank you. I'm Amit, by the way. Pleasure, truly. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
Ne demek? Ne demek?
A portrait in our common room wants to talk to you. It's Eldritch Diggory. He used to be the Minister for Magic, I think.
Gidelim bakalım hadi ona da. Cipi cipi cip cip cip cip cip cipi cipi cip cip cip cip. Merhaba. Portretle konuşacağız. Daha önce buradan geçmiştim. Elimde aslan. Hu. Yargı dağıtırım herkese. Hu. Ha bizim şeye geldik, karargaha geldik.
And Thieves wins the house cup!
Accio!
A moment of your...
You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. Eldritch Diggory, former Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura recruitment program at your service. I believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How do you know about the book and the pages?
We portraits hear more than you might suspect, and most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself would be inclined to help seek long overdue justice.
Yes, justice servant.
I'll do whatever I can.
Wonderful. I am pleased to have been right about you. My great-niece, Helen Thistlewood, can provide you with details. She's retired now, but was a skilled aura in her day. And the unsolved murder of which I speak was her case. I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield. Shall I tell her to expect you?
Olur.
I shall go and see her right away.
Brilliant. With what I suspect is your knack for hard work and her keen mind, both mysteries may be solved sooner than you think. I shall see you there, soon I hope.
Prisoner of Love. Kahvemi de içeyim. Of. Nerede lan? Spiti Helen was kayboldu.
Revelio.
Spiti Helen Whistle kayboldu. Garip. Neyse. Oğlum bu merdiven ne kadar, bu kadar uzun muydu ya? Neyse. Bakayım. Aslında biraz şeyde uzun olmuş ha. Dakikada uzun olmuş. Şurada arkadaşlar şöyle. Şöyle şu ejderhaya bakarken sizi bölümü bitiriyorum. Bir sonraki bölümde görüşmek dileğiyle. Gökhan Potter'la beraber. Hemen gizlendik. Bir sonraki bölümde görüşmek dileğiyle.